We're live. We're live and making money. Perfect. All right, guys. So we're going live. I just happened to see a thing where it said you guys could do donations, and I thought that was pretty cool because you know what? All these donations they're really going back into the community. They're helping out you guys. So realistically, any donations that you guys can make, it's a big help, and it's helping out the community. I know it's a hard time right now, but we're doing good with this. It's not too bad. So hopefully you guys are having some fun. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. It's another day in paradise, as I like to say it. But it's about noon right now. Um, it's a lovely Wednesday morning. Um, it's a bit chilly out, but it's beautiful. We're getting some beautiful weather. The sun's out. Um, we're having a great day. I mean, this week's been pretty good. I know we're supposed to have some rain, but all in all, it's been working out. It's been doing pretty good for us. So I'm pretty glad for that. Glad that we made the most of it, and we're still going to. So that's all we're gonna try to do. Glad that you guys are having fun, and hopefully we'll get going with the next thing. So hopefully you guys have been hanging in there with all this going on. I know it's really starting to take a toll on some of us, being cramped up in the house. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but if you're able to kind of make the most of it, you should be having some fun now. I think I've seen a lot of people. They're home. They haven't been working very often. They haven't been working much, so every kind of thing that they're able to do is pretty cool. Uh, a lot of people, they don't have time for a lot of things, and you don't realize how much kind of a 40-hour work week will take out of your schedule. You don't realize how much time you spend at work and realistically working. It's a big majority of your day. There's a lot of time taken out, and depending on what hours you work, a lot of the times it's going to be pretty hard to kind of get things going and get things done. And I know a lot of people tend to work like 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, 8 to 6, 9 to 6, whatever. Most people you always hear about like doing like the 9 to 5s, and it's a great schedule. It's nice. It's not super early. It's not super late. But realistically, you got to think about that commute to your job or your commute to where you're going, and for some people that could take an hour alone. So that 8 o'clock turns into, or that 9 o'clock start time is really kind of taken into. You're leaving the house by 8 o'clock, maybe up by 7. So and then you got to take into account if you're going to be up at 7, you got to be asleep by whatever time. So realistically, a 40-hour work week is turned into a lot more. You're almost looking at about 50 hours a week spent on just kind of work stuff and doing things with work. And although you need it and you need to do it, it's definitely a change of pace and definitely pretty nice and something different to be doing from home. So if you guys are able to, it's definitely pretty nice. I mean, a 9 to 5 is usually like a perfect thing. Most people strive to shoot for that. But I know a lot of these kind of part-time jobs or full-time jobs when you're working with, say, like the public, or you're working with different kind of people, or different in when you're working in different atmospheres, it usually might depend on what time you're working. So, like I also work at Home Depot, and I know for a lot of the full timers there, their schedules can be pretty messed up in a sense of your kind of whole day is ruined with just working, because although you might not have that 9 to 5, which is kind of a nice schedule, some people are working, let's just say 5 a.m. to about 2 o'clock, or and I mean that's nice because you're out by 2. You have the whole rest of your day, but you're up in the middle of the night. So what's helping you out? And I mean, it's either a lot of times I've seen the people. There's kind of three different categories. So there's like an opener, which is usually like the 5 a.m. to about 2 or 3, and then you kind of go to about like a mid shift, which is going to be about your 9 to 5 kind of area. And then you also have your closing shift, which is going to be about 2 to 11. So any way you look at it, you don't have much time. So I mean, you could and the what's it called? The closing shift. I was actually doing that for a while, and you to get anything done, you got to be up super early. And I mean, if uh if you're working opening, you got to be up at 5 a.m. So you have the whole rest of your day, but you also got to be asleep early. The mid shift, it's about a 9 to 5. So realistically, it's not taking the full day. You still have some time afterwards, but getting home at 5 o'clock, you're not able to do much. You still got to eat dinner, which is probably an hour or so, and you're running out of time after all this. It's kind of hard, and you can't get much done. I see it myself, and it's when you're working all these hours, it's a beautiful thing because you're very busy, you stay busy, and you don't have much time to be spending the money. Although at the same time, you don't really have much personal time and a lot of free time to do the things that you kind of want to do, or even some of the things that you're going to be needing to do. But you got to make the most of it, and you got to have some fun with it. And we all need a job. We all have to work and do things to make money. We need money to survive, and we got to make the most of it while we can. So hopefully you guys are kind of making the most of this time that you're able to be spending at home or spending with your family or wherever you guys might be. But hopefully you guys are making the most of it, still getting in some exercise, and hopefully you guys are getting all the things done that you never really got or never had the time to be able to really do them. I know for instance, just like for myself, I haven't been able to really wash my car or clean my car. I haven't had much free time. And with all this quarantine, I was able to really clean it up and really detail it, and that's just one thing that I've been able to do. There's certainly a whole bunch of things, but that's just one. So hopefully you guys are kind of able to keep going and getting things done and kind of progressing. We gotta have a good mindset and a happy kind of go lucky way of looking at these things so that we are able to make the most of them and we get through it and you're able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what really counts. So hopefully you guys will like it and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So I'm not positive, but I want to say well, all right. So it is Wednesday. We'll start with that. And a lot of times on Wednesdays, I like to do some type of kind of word game, try to help people out, and try to kind of do some like memory jogging things. So from there, I like to kind of give you a letter or something to start off with, and we'll work our way from there. So maybe I think we did H last time, and I've been kind of skipping some of the vowels, but we could always come back to them. I know it's some good words with it, but I figured we're gonna skip that. So we did H. Next one would be I, and we'll move on to J. So let's see. How many words can you guys think of that start with the letter J? So I know there's tons and tons of words that start with the letter J, but we're gonna see how many you guys could give me, how many we could get out of it, and I'll go around and kind of give you some hints and give you some clues and see how good my clues are gonna be for you guys and see what you guys can kind of get out of it and what you guys are gonna think of it. So hopefully That'll be pretty good. And hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So that's what we're really shooting for. And so pretty good. Let's get going. So if you guys have any words or can guess the word that I'm kind of hinting out or I might be thinking of, please feel free to shoot me a comment or tell me. Tell me however you can. We'll do that. If you don't want to send a comment, do something else. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Give me something. Give me some feedback. Let's see what you guys think. So let's go with the letter J. So the letter J, we could do any word with it. So we'll start off. We're gonna start off with some easier words and some of these more simpler words and kind of work our way up. So let's see what you guys get. Let's take a look. Let's get right into this. So I keep using the phrase shooting. I don't know why, but I have been. So with saying that, one of the first words that I saw kind of brought me to that. It kind of thought kind of made me notice how much I was saying it. So let's just take into consideration Muhammad Ali, Rocky. What is it? Boxer? A fighter? So when you're taken into the category of, let's just say, boxing is they're going to do a lot of different types of let's say punches and within that kind of category I think there's a pretty big and a pretty familiar phrase that you guys would kind of know within that and kind of from that and whether or not you actually have done it or if you've seen it in movies or even if you're watching TV you'll see it sometimes. So I know everyone watches different things and have experienced different things within their time, but this is one that I think that you guys should get, and it's a pretty good word. So, hmm. So it might be like a kind of like a sharp poke. That might be another way to think about it. But realistically, I always try to think about it, bringing it back to boxing, boxing or fighting or things like that. So what if so a lot of times you might hear about someone giving a nice little punch or a nice what? Other times you might kind of hear it as what's the word for it? No. All right. So I was thinking of the word jab. A lot of times you're gonna hear it in boxing or different kind of fighting things. Um, but it kind of I kept getting it I kept mixing it up and I was trying not to give it away, so that's why I was kind of hesitant to giving you some of these clues without giving it away. And I guess along the lines of that, I kept thinking of it's another word that starts with the letter J, and it's something you might put on toast or might put it with some peanut butter on some bread. Um, and yeah, there's a couple different words that you guys might be thinking of, or I mean, I'm thinking of one word, but there's a couple different words that might work for the scenario that I'm phrasing. So, so jab is going to be like a punch, but it's going to be a very similar word. So, a lot of times, like you might hear You might hear someone say like, I don't even know. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. I'm thinking of so many different little clues right now. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry about that. So I'm trying to think of how to explain this one because it's really stumping me. I'm thinking of there's so many ways to say it, and I don't want to say the word without. I don't want to say the word and give it away to you right away without giving you some clues and some hints. But um, there, door. Think about your door. So you got a door at your house. You might have several doors. You might have a door on every room. So thinking about a door. A door has a special thing in the middle of it. And it's kind of what I guess along the lines it holds the door in place and it makes sure that it kind of works the way it's supposed to and that you want it to and kind of helps to what's the word for it? It helps to keep the door locked. It's what makes the door a door. So if it wasn't for this kind of little thing that you got going on, you wouldn't be necessarily having the privacy of the door. So you might call it a door blank, but realistically, I like to bring it back to the thing of you might add it to your toast. So a lot of times you might add this type of thing to your toast, and you might have it in the morning as a type of like a breakfast. But there's a couple different ways to think about it. So well, what do you guys think? So yeah, we might have strawberry. We could have peach. We could have grape. What are they? You're right. They are jelly. You could have strawberry jelly. You could have strawberry grape jelly. Grape jelly. Numerous ones. But another way to think about it might be along the lines of there's another phrase for it, and I bet you guys would know it, and that's what I was getting with the door jam. The door jam is kind of something um, that's basically in the middle of your door, and for the most part, it's going to come with the doors when you're putting them in, and it's kind of what's holding the door in place. So on one side, it holds it in, and on the other side, it's holding the door actually up. So pretty cool little thing, but yeah, the jam is like another word for jelly as well. So hopefully you guys got that and you guys figured it out. So, hmm. So, I think I said it a good amount of times so far. This is a word I've been using today, and it's something that almost just about everybody is going to need. And it's a great form of kind of getting up and out of the house and staying busy, as well as kind of getting paid for and being able to do something. It's might be oh god, I'm getting the hiccups. It might be considered kind of along the lines of what's the word for it? Your career, form of operation, many different ways to look at it. But normally when you're starting your career, you're gonna have a couple of these before, and you might even have a couple after, depending on if you quit or if you got fired from this or different things along the lines of that. So pretty good. You guys are right. Job. So job is going to be something that unfortunately everyone's going to have and everyone needs. And although it's might not be the best thing you could do or your cup of tea that you're going to want, but hey, it puts food on the table and a roof over your head. So got to make the most of it while you can. Let's keep going. What else we got? So I got a beard. Got a little beard going on right now. But we got a little kind of you might call it a line or a bone there. And it's kind of along the lines of It's basically what helps to help you eat with, and normally you might consider it a blank bone right along this line, and it's one of those things that you don't want to break. You don't want to break that this type of bone in your face because they have to wire it shut and it can't move for a long amount of time, and it's basically what's gonna help you guys eat and be able to chew things and kind of be able to get that down so that you guys have your proper nutrients every day. So let's just see. What do you guys think? You were right. It's gonna be your jaw. So your jaw is basically, guys. You guys know what the jaw is. I don't have to explain that one. How about what do you? Okay. Just thinking of the wrong word, but I got a better one for you. So when you guys would answer the phone, when you guys answer the phone, and they ask you to take a number down, what's another way to phrase that? How are you gonna say write that down, or can you blank this down for me quick? And there's many different ways you could use it, and um, you might think of uh, like kind of like another word for like writing. Um, Basically like along the lines of like write this down for me quick. That's kind of what the phrase kind of goes for, what it means, and um, yeah. What do you guys think? Pretty good. So like when you want to take a quick note, you might use the phrase here, just jot this down for me quick. And a lot of times, yeah, I feel like it's kind of an older kind of word or an older slang, however you might want to go about it, but it's cool word and pretty good. So hopefully you guys got that. Mm, how about what's an exercise that you guys I bet are participating in daily? Um, Guys are definitely going for one of these. Hopefully, no, I'm just joshing you. But it's something that you might be seeing a lot of people out doing currently, or kind of out and about and doing these types of things. So, what do you guys want to think about it? What do you guys have to say about it? What do you guys might think? So, I, I mean, I I'm hoping that you guys are getting out there daily and getting your exercise in, and however you guys might want to do that, however it works for you is going to be the best thing, because what you guys are going to do is something that you like to do, or something that you have fun doing. So I can't ask you to do something that you're not going to like, or something that you're not going to do because you don't like it. And I know a lot of times, like people, when they go to work out and when they go to the gym, a lot of times they hate to go, they hate to do it. And a lot of times it's because of the workouts or the way they're doing things, and um, whether or not they're doing the exercises correctly, or even just along the lines of just kind of being able to sit there and know what you're really doing. So if you don't like something, you're not going to do it. And that's a big reason why people kind of stop going to the gym, because they can't find a routine that they like and that they like to do. And I know a lot of times when I go to the gym, um, there's a lot of things that I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. And you know what? Just because you don't want to do something doesn't mean that you're gonna have a bad workout, or that muscle is gonna kind of not grow to where you want it to be. It's just kind of working around things. So think about it. Think about it when you guys are little kids, and this is a phrase that a lot of people use and a lot of people hear. But um, there's a couple different ways to kind of look at it because, like, when you're little, remember when you would either have to take the medicine. You would have to take medicine when you're a little kid that your parents would give you, and a lot of times you wouldn't want to take it because either it would taste so bad and it was so gross, or just not your cup of tea. You don't want to take it. And I hear that. I think a lot of people kind of experience that, and everyone kind of had their own way of dealing with it. But a lot of times, like, kids don't want to take these medications, and they don't want to drink it. They don't want to take it. They can't swallow pills, and a lot of times they're gonna give you they're gonna give you a hassle, and they're gonna be like, oh well, it's good for you. You need to take it. And that was kind of one of the things that I learned very, very early. And um, hopefully, maybe you guys will think about it and kind of remember it. But it's one of those things where the things that are best for you are usually going to be the things that you hate the most. And if you're kind of able to train your mind to kind of get past that and know how good they are for you, it'll really help you with things. And it's an incredible kind of thing to think about. And um, just for instance, real quick, just to get on a little side tangent, when I played football, when I was playing football, every single Monday we would have to do sprints and a lot of cardio. And he in the very beginning of the season, he, like, one of the first things, he was extremely mad at us, at the whole team. And he made us do something like 20 to 30 sprints. And it was one of those things where it was sideline and back counted as one. So realistically, you're kind of doubling it if you're thinking about how sprints work. And that was one of the things that I hated. I hated to run. But you know what? I knew how good it would be for you in the long run, and how good it kind of is for you. And at first you're gonna hate it and you're not gonna want to do it. But by the end of the season, I was in incredible shape. Like, it was awesome. Like, I was able to run a mile in like 6 minutes or something like that. We timed. But you know what? I hated it at the time, but it's not till you see the results afterwards where you're kind of like, hey, that was worth it, and it really did help. And it's kind of one of those things where you're just able to kind of look back at. So it's all in your mind. You got to know you're able to make it through it, and that you're going to overcome these things. So as long as you're able to tell yourself and have that willpower to do so, you're going to succeed in anything that you guys do. So if there's one thing that I could really reach out to you and kind of hope that you can grasp from anything that I've ever told you, it's keep that mind strong, because you want to look for tomorrow. You don't want to look back at yesterday and how bad it was, other than trying to be better for the next day. So a lot of times that's where people get sad and kind of depressed, when they go back and they look at the past, and they look at the things that have kind of occurred and the things that they have done. But you really kind of be have to be looking for tomorrow and hoping for tomorrow, because that's what you gotta remember. You gotta know that you gotta get places and you gotta do things. And if you have a positive mindset, anything is accomplished, and you can do anything. And you see all the time, you see these crazy things on the news, you see crazy things online, in different videos, and all over today's world, you see these crazy things that you would never believe. You almost don't want to believe until you see the video of it, when these people are really doing it. So it's just pretty cool to know that, just how little your mind can play in these things. And you know what? Once your mind closes down, and your body will shut down. And that was a big thing that I was taught, was your mind will always shut down before your body. And the reason why your body shuts down is because of your mind and in these things. And even just when running sprints, knowing that you could do it and knowing that you're gonna make it kind of gives you that positive outlook and that positive mindset to know that you're doing the right thing and you're doing the good thing and it's gonna work out for you. You're gonna have fun with it. So hopefully that will keep going to you guys and hopefully if there's anything that you could do, it's it's all up to your mind. So keep it strong. Hopefully we'll keep doing these games with you. They're great. I can't wait to get back in the office and really be able to do them with you guys. It's not the same doing it face to not it's not the same doing it over line or not necessarily face to face, but it's definitely a lot of fun and can't wait to get back there with you guys. And we're here for you, so we're trying to do the most for you guys. And I know I kind of went on a little bit of storytelling today, but hopefully it was good and you guys enjoyed it. And you got to stay strong, keep that mind strong, and just remember you can always do it. So don't doubt yourself. Um, because that's the most important person you have. If out of everyone's going to be doubting you. So if you're the one person that can kind of keep that doubt away, then so be it. You're gonna get places, and I think that's a motivation for a lot of people when you tell somebody they can't do something or they're not able to kind of accomplish it. That really puts that fire under their butt to get them going and to get them doing things. So hopefully you guys will stay motivated and have some passion within the things you do and really take some pride in it. So hopefully you guys are all doing good and hopefully everyone's having fun and hopefully you guys can make the most of this. So hopefully we'll be getting back pretty soon. Um, we're making the most. We want to make sure you guys are safe. So if you guys need anything, please feel free to reach out to us, and we're here for you. So thank you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back next time for some great stories and some great things, great games. So thanks guys. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.